Hi Taurus, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. This reading is for any sun, moon, or rising Taurus. We will take a look at the cards. We'll get a sense of the awareness, the guidance, and possible outcomes. I'll also choose a few oracle cards for a little more information for the week. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is the Eyes of Beauty, positive expectations and clarity. So, everyone, as I just think of the word, the eyes of beauty, everyone has their own sense of what is beautiful to them, and it's important to hold true to that. What is beautiful to me may not be beautiful to someone standing next to me, but as long as I see the beauty, then that's important, and that's it's essential to be authentic to what you believe in. So then we have this sense of positive expectations. So it's interesting because when I hear the word expectations, expectations can lead to disappointment. If we set expectations or we want people to behave in a certain way, we may be disappointed. But to have a general sense of a positive expectation for your path and for what you're doing and for the person that you are becoming and growing and evolving as, that's a very it's a good way to think. And so to have this positive expectations that I'm going to be okay, that I'm going to reach my goals, or I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. Whatever expectations that you're setting for yourself or perhaps setting for others, as long as they are affirming and helpful, I think that's a good thing. I think it's interesting with the word clarity. This may be telling us to be clear with these positive expectations, to be very clear on what we're setting our intention for. And so the eyes of beauty, what do you see? How do you see it? And, I would say that the clarity with expectations is to be really mindful of what it is that you're seeking out. And where do you want to be? When you're clear about that, then everything, I think, flows from there. I think your mindset improves when you have clarity, when you have that roadmap in your mind. Then it's going to lead you into more, perhaps, a positive mindset. Interesting. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this, on that card. So for for body, let me choose body. Sunlight. Okay, so this says, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in a safe and healthy ways. So sunshine is, it's invigorating. It's puts a smile on many people's face. When you're out in the sun on a beautiful day, get outside, breathe the fresh air, connect with nature. And if you're going to spend a lot of time outside, then make sure that you protect your skin and yourself, because the sun, as powerful and as life-affirming as it is, can also be quite dangerous. And there are plenty of cases where people have a lot of skin damage and skin cancer or melanoma. And I know this from experience when I used to play golf. Growing up playing golf without sunscreen and without protection, you pay the price as you get older, I can tell you that. So sunlight's awesome because it brings such a smile to our face and happiness and excitement, but be smart in the sun. Take protection, take care of yourself. And when it's too much sun, then find the shade or go inside for a bit. It was pretty sensible practical advice. I will say that, I have a lot of friends that like to go to the beach over the summer, and they just go on the beach and they're there from morning till the sun goes down. And I'm just thinking, wow, I don't know that there's enough sunscreen to protect an all-day affair, but, be smart and be wise with how you spend time in the sun. And let's take a look now at spiritual self, or spirit, or our emotional self. Stay connected. So we are all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source, to connect to divine source. And that is to think about life as life in totality, the bigness of life and all things that are going on, not only in your home, your environment, but in the larger environment as well. And so to stay connected to source is to think about those that have left us, and to think about their memories and to hold them dear, and to perhaps, how we behave and how we act sometimes is a reflection of people that have come before us. So stay connected to your source that gives you strength and that you have faith in. So whether that is church or meditation or other practices, stay connected with people, stay connected to the world at large, and be mindful of how you feel and what's your of your emotional state. So let's choose a card for a practice area, and we'll see what turns up for this. This is the Earth Wisdom Oracle, and I love this deck. Boundaries. Boundaries. What message are we hearing with boundaries? I love the thought of boundaries because with social media and texts and being accessible, if you allow text on your phone, or if you have a cell phone, you're always there. Someone can probably always get a hold of you. And that can be your boss trying to get in touch with you to follow up on an email. And people lose sight of boundaries within our life. And so setting your boundaries to protect your mental state, your physical state, people who are maybe asking too much of you, is a really solid thing to do. And you may feel uncomfortable doing so. But if you're honest with someone, and if you just say, gosh, I'd love to do that, but Sundays I spend with my family. I really can't help you out on that day, but reach me later in the week and we can work something out. There's a tactful way, there's a nice way to establish boundaries. And the boundaries are there to protect you. And it's also important to be aware of the boundaries that others set, and to not be the person friends that are texting like at 6 a.m. during the week or the weekend. I'm like, it's a little early. Let's leave it, do a little bit later. And that's my personal boundary. So I don't respond to them until later on. So, respect others' boundaries and set your own boundaries. There's no harm in that. It's only a positive practice to do, is to protect yourself in a matter of ways, is to protect your boundaries, protect your time and your energy and your health and your mind as well. So I hope that you found something helpful here. with this Mind, Body, Spirit reading this week. And if you did, and if you're not subscribed, then please consider subscribing. And if you are someone that often watches, and I thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it, and I'm very grateful. And like, comment, share, let me know how you're doing, as always. Take care and be well. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.